Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tea Talks with Mo. I am Mo, and I hope you are all well. It's been a long day today, but I feel like a nice cup of tea and a nice chat could help with that, you know? I start off every podcast or wherever you're watching this or listening this to, on with the disclaimer that everything that I say is my own opinion and I'm not being paid or promoted by anyone or to say certain things and whatnot, you know. You know, you get a lot of people with different ties to different things and they sharing their biased opinion and all that. This is just, you know, my experience, and I'm just here to just chill and just talk to you. And like I said, it's my opinion, so you don't have to get mad at it. You can educate me on it. You can try and change my mind. There's nothing wrong with that. But you calling me an asshole is not helping anyone, honestly. I appreciate you all being here and hanging out with me. Let's see. So I am drinking from this cool ass Joker mug. Funny story. This is my second Joker mug. The first one broke. Well, actually, the first one, this top part, there's like a purple, like silicone thing that you drink from. It got lost. I don't know what the hell happened to it, but yeah, it got lost. But it's really nice. It's like one of those insulated cups, and it's actually really cool made. I really love the design on it. It's actually the Dark Knight Joker, which is Heath Ledger Joker, on the mug, and it's like tall and it's got like this purple silicone like spill guard or whatever. It's really cool, and I'm just drinking normal tea, which is black tea, splash of milk, 2 sugars. Jobs are good then. Let me try it first. Oh well, I'm happy that I didn't burn my mouth on on the screen, but hey, there's going to be a few more I don't know, few more episodes, so I probably will in one of those episodes burn my tongue really badly. Don't you just hate that? Okay, so today I want to talk a little bit about working in retail. I don't know if about you guys, but I've been working in retail. It's a family business. I've been working in retail for since I was around like 14, 15. I started off with as a paper boy years and years ago. Like I think when I was like before I was actually supposed to, but it's like a family business. You got to chip in, right? So it's like 9 or 10 or something like that. And then it's just like a natural progression. I think I did. We used to be a post office, but we're not that anymore. And it was so yeah, it used to be a post office. And then they closed it down because of government closures and whatnot. And I started off working in the post office, and then I used to work with my uncle who used to work with us as well at one point. And I've just been working there ever since, pretty much. I've had other jobs as well. I worked in a place called Republic, which used to be a clothing store, which is also retail. And I also used to work in as a salesperson in a fireworks warehouse. And there was other jobs here and there, but those are like the main ones. This is actually not bad tea. So yeah, I've been working in retail a long time. I've seen a lot of things. Good, bad, ugly. I like I said, I've been working in retail for such a long time. A lot of the days kind of meld together, you know. It's just something for me to do, I guess. And it can be fun. You know what it is? It's like every job has a good side and a bad side. And you always get something out of it. You get something, like, even if it's the worst job you've ever had, you will always take something away from that job. You know, I think it was a YouTuber by the name of Casey Neistat who said, you know, he could have got his son into like very prestigious like job openings from the get-go, but he wanted his son to know what it felt like to work at a shitty job, and from that shitty job, that every day he wishes that he could go into a better job, because that's how it was for him. He started off doing a really crappy job, and every single day he would dream of doing something better, something bigger, and he's one of the biggest names on the platform now on YouTube. So that kind of worked for him, and I can see where he's coming from in that, because if you're at a great job, you can get comfortable, and when you get comfortable, you don't want to climb the ladder anymore, you know. So working at a shitty job, you will dream and you will believe to go into something better, and that's the only way you climb the ladder. You gotta start off small and then make your way getting bigger. Even in streaming, you know, if you ever watch the streaming episode, I say that as well. But you gotta start off slow and start off small, so that you can build something, and you know, build a foundation first, then put the bricks on it, and you know, make yourself bigger in that way. But no, like I said, I've been working in retail for a long time, and I've got comfortable in it. No, don't get me wrong. Like I never saw myself being in retail, but like I said, it's a family business, so I do enjoy, you know, what it has given me. I think retail has, like, if you're starting off retail, it's really great, because you get to meet new people, you get to become a little bit more confident in yourself. You know, before I got into this, like even in school and stuff like that, I won't call myself shy, but I wasn't very talkative. I only talked to people when I had something to say, and I was kind of like very blunt, like the way I used to speak. I never used to talk too much. Like I wasn't a chatterbox, because I know there are some kids and stuff nowadays. Well, no, even when I was there, like that were very chatty, and it would just come so naturally to them, and it wasn't like that for me. So when I started working into retail, I was kind of forced to talk to people. I made a vow to myself to be as polite as I could be. Like over here in the UK, we don't get tips, right? We don't get tips. We don't get any of that stuff. So everything that we say, everything that we when we talk to customers and stuff like that, we're just doing it for the sake of being polite, you know. And yeah, some people in the US, I'm not saying everyone does it, don't get me wrong, a lot of people just do it for the tips, and I can understand why. You're only going to get tipped if you are polite to someone. So for me, I just wanted to be polite. That was a vow to myself. I'm going to be so polite that everyone, you know, keeps coming, you know. Not only that, like I met some really amazing people in retail. I've met, you know, a lot of the local people. Like I feel like if I wasn't working where I'm working, I would not know who my neighbors were. I wouldn't know people in the community. Obviously you see them around, but you don't really interact with most people. And I think that's what goes with a lot of people. Like I bet a lot of you don't know who a lot of the people in your community are. unless you're obviously doing like community service or wherever community working with the community, that's different. But a lot of people don't take that time to do that, and I think this working in this the store that I'm in, helps me better know my community, and the more you know, the safer you are, you know. And the better it is. Honestly, it's a lot more fulfilling in that sense. But no, I think there are really great things about retail, and especially in a family business. For me, like I get away with a lot, I guess. But you know, mostly my job usually only takes like an hour and 30 minutes. Maybe I'll stack the shelves and all that kind of stuff, and I just usually chill, you know. I'm just usually sat around, sometimes on my phone and whatnot. And then when people come in, I give them my full attention. As soon as someone comes in, I put away my phone and I look at them and talk to them and ask them how the day was and that kind of stuff. You know, I think the main thing that we talk about is the weather. You know, the weather unifies us. You know, it's something that we know we have in common most of the time. It's like, oh hey, it's so hot today, isn't it? It's like, yeah, I wish I could be out there. You know, you kind of have like a 30-second conversation just about the weather, and then that's when you get into other things. You know, I've actually met a lot of gamers that come into the store. You know, I didn't know that we had a lot of gamers near where I lived, and it was very, very, very surprising to me, because I always thought I was one of the only ones. I know, like, my best friend who just lives a few doors down from me in where I work. He's a gamer, and he really like got me into JRPGs and stuff like that. So shout out to him. But like, besides us, I didn't know if anyone else was really into gaming, and I've actually met quite a few people that are really into gaming now, and we have really nice conversations about it. You know, sometimes we have like 30 to 40 minute conversations, and there's half my day gone. You know, like, it's so nice, you know. And people are nice. You know what? If you're being nice to most people are nice to you. You know, it, like, working in the shop, it can be boring at times. You know, it's just a small shop. You know, we are on a main road, but we don't get too many people coming in. Once in a while, we get like a few people, and I try to keep them, you know, happy. And it's just one of those things where sometimes you have a really great conversation, and sometimes you don't, you know. It's funny because I was thinking about doing this episode today, retail, and today of all days. So I've been thinking about it for a couple of weeks to do this retail episode, and today of all days, I had the weirdest conversation with someone. Apparently, this lady is hoping to fly out. Like, obviously, right now it's a bit hard because, you know, of all the restrictions and stuff. But apparently, she's going to be flying out to somewhere to go see her husband, who is somewhere else. And she was telling me how they broke up during the lockdown, and which she said, which is weird because they're meant to be there for each other. And apparently she found out that he's been texting someone else while this is happening. So she's going over there to have some words with him. And for me, that's a weird conversation to have with someone that is serving you in the store, in the shop. And I was like, this is so in my head I was like thinking, this is so weird. What is this conversation right now? I was like, you trust me that much to tell me what you're doing that far. And it's funny because a lot of people do put a lot of trust in the people that are serving them. You know, and obviously if you're serving them, you have to just sit there and just nod your head or just say yeah, even if you don't agree with what they're saying. You know, at the end of the day, you can have disagreements, but most of the times you're not really allowed to show it. You know, and that's fine. That's the job, right? That's the job. Keep the customer happy. I will say though, the customer isn't always right because the customer can be a liar. I'm just saying, just throwing that out there. The customer isn't always right. I always hate that. I always hated that saying, the customer is always right. Like, come on. What about the small businesses out there that make near to nothing? What about them? If the customer's always right. Okay, I'll take this for free. No, you won't. No, you won't. So, you know, like I've had, like I said, you can have some really, really amazing conversations, while you're working in retail. And not only are you helping people, you know, you're actually listening to them, because sometimes people don't feel listened to, and that's a big thing for me. I kind of try to listen to as many people as possible, because that's the only way you learn. You learn about other people's experiences. You know, you kind of get a glimpse into someone else's life that isn't your own. And if you're always constantly looking at your own life, you forget that other people exist. And I think that's what's happened with some people in this day and age. You know, they're just so focused on themselves and their own lives that they forget that there's other people out there that want to live their own life. They want to live their lives too. So, you know, put a hand out to them, and, you know, let them cry on your shoulder once in a while. Let them listen to them, talk to them, you know, advise them, because there's certain things in your experience that they haven't experienced, and then some things in their experience that you don't experience. So that's a good way to live your life, I think. Not only are you fulfilled in your own life, you'll be fulfilling someone else's life as well. So, with that being said, I could do this all day about talking about the troubles of retail, like the people and that kind of stuff. Yes, there are really great people out there, but there are really strange and weird and rude ass people out there. A lot of the time, people come in that deeply need a shower. Like, they really need a deep cleanse. You know, they need a bath, they need a shower, they need deodorant, all the things, because when they come in, they stink up the place. And and for me, like, I will keep a straight face, and as soon as that person leaves, I'm going around the store with the air freshener. Can you imagine going into a store and it's just smelling like ass? Like, you wouldn't want to go to that store again, right? So as soon as that person leaves, obviously I could be an asshole and tell them, hey, dude, you stink. Your breath smells. You need a shower, dude. No, I'm not going to be like that. I'm just going to let you do your thing, try and get you in and out as quickly as possible, and go around the store with an air freshener. You know, I ain't trying to be rude. I'm just saying, some people need a shower. You know, some people need a shower. There was a lady that used to come in a lot, who had a lot of cats. And you could smell the cats. As soon as she came in, it smelled of mold and cats. I don't think she was taking very good care of herself, unfortunately. And yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those things. It's just one of those things. Oh, I just realized I didn't change my title. Whoops. Oh well, it's fine. They'll see it after. It's cool. I ain't gonna change it now. Streaming troubles. We've talked about that already. Anywho, so yeah, not only do you get like the stinkers, you also get like really rude people. Don't know what's going on in their life or whatever, you know. You say, hi, how's it going? And they just walk straight past. And you'll be like, how's your day? And they just ignore you. And then you say, have a good one. And they just completely just walk away. Like, I've had that before. I've done, that's happened to me before. You know? And not only that, like people just coming in and demanding things to you. It's like, oh, when you know, it's like, do you have a calling card? I'm like, no, we've run out. I said, can you check for me? Can you double check? Dude, why would I not want to sell you something? Does that make sense to you? Does that make sense to you? That I'm trying to hoard the calling cards for I don't know who. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. But people believe that, and I don't know why people want me to do that kind of stuff. Go, can you check? Can you check? Like, why would I hold that from you? Why would I not sell that to you? Come on, people. But no, that's rude. You know, that's super duper rude, and you know, just plain rudeness. Stop it. Stop being rude to people. I don't understand why you think you can talk to me in that manner. You know, just because I'm serving you doesn't mean you have to demand things and feel entitled to good service. If I don't give you good service, then talk about it. Tell me, you know, the other day, someone came in and wanted milk. This happened to me multiple times, by the way. Wanted like a bottle of milk. They go up to the milk and say, how much is milk? And I go, the price. And they'll be like, oh, well, I can get it cheaper at a supermarket. I was like, and I said, like, well, I'm just stood there thinking, like, what am I supposed to do with that information? Like, what do you want me to put it down? Do you want me to put the price down for you? And charge everyone else extra or some shit? Like, I don't get, what do you want from me? Like, I don't get it. I don't understand what you're asking from me, you know? But yeah, it is what it is. And I get that a lot. I get that a lot. And it's really pisses me off. It really pisses me off. Because I could like I said, I could tell you all these stories. It would take forever. The other day, a few weeks ago, someone came in for sugar, and the same thing happened. They said, you can get this for. I said it was just barely over £1. Okay, and when then she looked at how much change she had. She didn't have enough, so she said, you're charging way more than other places. And then she goes, I'm just going to go grab it. A few minutes later, she left, and a few minutes later she comes back, grabs the thing, and just pays for it and walks away. And fucking, she didn't even say hi or anything like that. You know, just because you're having a bad day doesn't mean you have to share it. I know misery loves company, but you can choose to give out misery. You know, you can choose to be positive. Stop being so negative all the time. Just, it's so annoying. It's so annoying. I will say though, you know, working in retail, it is a dangerous environment. You know, a lot of people think that, it's just easy, you know, all you have to do is this and that. Even like working in like something like McDonald's or like a fast food chain or whatever, you know, it can be dangerous. You know, you can, if you just Google some of these things, it can get very dangerous in there. Everyone should take precautions and stuff like that. I definitely have felt intimidated when people get angry at me for things that I cannot change, like the price of thing produce and all that kind of stuff. I can't change that. I can't do anything about it. Or if I don't have a certain thing in stock, we get a lot of people coming in for alcohol. We don't sell alcohol, so they get angry about it. I don't understand why you're getting angry about these things, and it is intimidating, and it is one of those things where you do feel intimidated and you feel I don't know, you feel scared, and it can be that way, unfortunately. And it's you should always remember, guys and ladies and everyone, just remember that these people, when they're working and stuff like that in these retail outlets and retail places and all that kind of stuff, show them some respect, because they every single day they're putting their lives on the line so that you can get what you need, especially in this day and age, what we're going through right now with the lockdown and everything like that. Grocery store workers and shops and everything that are still open, they are putting their lives on the line so that you can get everything that you need. So yeah, please just share, just be respectful to those people. Everyone has frustrating days, everyone has bad days, and I can totally understand that, but it's your choice to share that to the world, and I can understand getting so frustrated that you just have to just lash out at someone. Just be honest and take care of each other. That's the main thing that you have to do. And I do want to kind of want to just touch on one last thing before I call it for this. I know it's like it's barely 30 minutes, but I do want to talk to you people that are starting retail jobs right now. People that are needed for retail and stuff like that, with what is going on, they are counted as essential workers. I will give you some advice, and just take it a day at a time. Try and be as helpful as you possibly can without wanting some sort of reward for it. Help them. If someone asks directions, don't be an asshole. Just tell them where to go and how to get there, easiest way to get there. Not only that, be as helpful and be as nice and polite. Please, thank you goes so much. It does so much for people. Ask them how their day was. Ask them how they're coping with what is going on in life. Be nice to your co-workers. Your co-workers will have your back if something happens in any intimidating circumstances and stuff like that. Your teammates will have your back if you have always been nice and courteous to them, generous to them. People don't want to help an asshole, unfortunately, but that's just the way it is, and it is what it is. I will say, always go above and beyond, and people will go above and beyond for you. When I used to work at the firehouse, when I used to work at the fireworks warehouse, we didn't have to do this, but we used to, once the sale was done, we used to roll out their trolley or their car to their cars, and we used to do it by hand and put all the fireworks into their car, into the boots and the trunks or whatever, and they used to be so happy about it. They used to get really happy. They used to be very cheerful after that, you know. And yeah, you will get a problem customer. Just don't escalate the situation. Sometimes, unfortunately, that's not something that is up to you. Just trying your best not to escalate the situation, and hopefully you'll come away feeling good about it. Unfortunately, when someone is in your face, it does linger a little bit, and it does linger for me a little bit. It does linger for me a little bit. By the way, a friend of mine similarly just came in and just gave me 100 bits. What is that about, guys? What is that about? If you guys are on Twitch, go check out SimmerLily87, which is SIMMERLILLY 87. She's an awesome person. Go check her out. So yeah, I would say, if you are working in retail, you have to be very vigilant and be very careful, but also be nice, be good, be generous, you know, help out those. If you see someone that is unable to do something, go up to them and say, hey, do you need any help? Do you want something to do? You know, like, a helping hand goes a long way. A helping hand goes a long way, and you will have a better life if you have job satisfaction. That is for sure. As Similarly goes, sorry to disrupt your train of thought. A bird flying out the window will disrupt my train of thought. Lily, you're fine. You're a great distraction. Don't even worry about it. Yeah, okay, I won't call you a distraction. Okay, you're a great visual. But no, if I will say, retail has its ups and downs. Retail has a lot of ups and downs, but you will find things in the day that will help you through it. You know, whether it's someone, a regular customer that you have nice conversations with, or just, you know, hanging out with your teammates, your co-workers, that kind of stuff. It's there. You just have to find a way through it. And, you know, who knows where it will take you. Because I'll tell you something, if you are one of those people that doesn't have that much confidence, retail is the job for you. It's where I started. I didn't have that much confidence. I still don't have too much confidence when I'm out and about, but when I'm doing stuff like this, and like, I don't know where I'd be without doing retail. I don't know where I would be, because all I did was sit and I talked to people, and now I'm doing this over the internet. You know, I'm not the best at it, but I'm still learning, and I'm still trying to get better at it and practicing every single day, just trying to get a little bit more confident, a little bit more helpful, and a little bit more positive, you know? Because like I said, ups and downs, everyone has it. Everyone has it, you know? Okay, well, my tea is nearly done. And I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys next time. Have a good one, guys. Bye.